teach faith, and then teach all the other things that are connected to it. Teach love, teach all the other things. You won't finish preaching faith till this year is over. Let everybody be built to be strong in their faith. It comes from what they are ingesting, and then it now comes from their prayer life. You want a very powerful church, a very strong church. Train them on how not to walk by sight, but by faith, and then expose them to prayer life, to prayer. Then what you're teaching will start working. Now, what now happens is that periodically people can now fast. You can have periodic fasting life to release the atomic level of their faith. But even if they don't fast, they are praying, having time spent with God, and they are ingesting the word, they will have very strong faith life. But fasting is part of it. There are 3 elements involved. The word is the foundation. Prayer is the digestion. It is also the combustion. And then what is released is energy, power. It is not prayer alone. A man that is praying with no word foundation is burning fire with no wood, so the fire will go out. The man that has wood with no prayer life, that has a lot of word, will not have energy. The people who have a lot of intellectual knowledge, a lot of knowledge, but it won't be working for them. After a while, frustration will increase. They are learning so much. Very little of it is working for them. So that thing going on inside your body that is delivering energy with which you walk is the same thing that must be going on in your spirit. You feed your body, but then there's combustion that happens when you breathe in and out. Prayer is breathing. It's perspiration. It's breathing. Then it combusts the word that we have been hearing to release the power of faith. Somebody asked me, which one is more important? I asked, when you have a car, turning the engine, burning the engine without fuel, and then putting fuel and no combustion, no ignition, will the car work for? It is not this or that. It's the spirit and the word that delivers the result. Where we have made a mistake in the past is that there are churches that teach faith, teach things, but they are not praying churches. They think the revelation of faith now makes prayer irrelevant. You go there, you see a lot of problems. My house shall be called a house of prayer for all nations. After you have learned this thing at the primary level, faith, me, faith, know that it's elementary level that you know. There is a higher level, which is the corporate dimension. And if you don't learn that, you will soon learn a very bad lesson. A lesson that will leave you with a scar if it doesn't leave you dead. Because what happens, you see all the things we're teaching you, your faith can move mountain, this and that. When the other side now organizes a gang up, they now come at you as a team. Then you respond as an individual. I don't know the world best footballer who he should be now. Even if you go and resurrect Pierre, and put her back, reduce her age back to maybe 25? Or is he Maradona? Or is he Ronaldo or any of them? Can you go and put them in a football pitch to play a team of 12 men on the other side as an individual? The goals will be entering per second. Because all you need to do is lure him out here. You pass to the other guy. He has entered. He is the goalkeeper. He is the defender. He is everything. No, that's not how life is meant to be lived. Which is why start from the home. Make your spouse your greatest ally. Then understand the importance of the church. There are some lessons we're going to learn today about the church. Let me say this. Let me warn. Maybe I should use this opportunity or I should do it later. But let me start. The book we're about to review is about when the dragon comes out with venom against God's people, the church, and we're in that season again. This year, it started last year, but this year, because revival has come again, the last day's move of God, and his time is winding up. So what is going on now is that he's coming up with tremendous venom against God's people. He has three things he hates. Jesus, he wants to discredit his name. Men and women of God, he wants to silence everybody that has a voice. The people of God, he wants to decimate the church. And what is the purpose? Because he that letteth will let till he's taken out. The only thing stopping him from revealing the man of sin is us. So I'm going to make a statement. When you pray and you finish, God uses wisdom to answer the way he answers. Keep quiet. You don't see what he sees. The dragon wants to remove Jesus from the global scene. The dragon wants to discredit and silence every man of God. Every genuine man, yes, that has a voice. You guys need to be aware of what I'm saying now. The dragon wants to decimate the church. Because that's the only thing standing on his way. Revelation chapter 12. Please put it verse 9. He's a dragon, but watch how he does it. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which does what? This is done through deceit, lies. So this year, we are going to have to do a summit on discernment, on discerning of spirit. Because without, you are learning faith now. Your faith can be destroyed with deceit. Oh, didn't they trust God in the garden before? How did it take them out? Younger believers that don't know how to discern becomes global. Many a time, even men of God, even mature believers. He deceived only Africa. Is that what the Bible said? That deceived the whole world. And is working with millions and millions of fallen angels to implement this. These lies are not just normal, they are backed by demonic forces. So they spread it. They are using the movies too. Now watch. What happens? God raises his servants, like the story you're about to read, a Mordecai. Satan raises a Haman. And he wants Haman to be the one society will love and accept, the one to be empowered. And he wants Mordecai to be the one that is discredited. So he goes after men of God. But he's truly after the God of Israel. Want to discredit, defame his name. So he goes after Mordecai. But then look at what normally happens in the case of the church. When Satan goes for Mordecai, the church start clapping for him. They say, here, it too they do. Sure, we've been saying it. They think it's Mordecai. No, Mordecai is not who he's looking for. It's the whole Jews. He wants to wipe them out. The agenda is take out the only thing that is standing on our way. He that letteth will let till he's taken out of the way, then the man of sin can be revealed. The one that is the bad guy is the one that are making the good guy. They make Haman the nice one and frame Mordecai as the evil one. Then they think it is that man. I've always known. I've been suspecting him. And then the moment you now realize that you think it's his problem, is the body. It is when they now come for you, you now start crying. But you were helping him to finish your brother. He can make mistakes. Judas fell. He didn't stop Christianity. He didn't stop Jesus. So what? He's a human being. Okay, let me show you to you. 9, verse 10. Verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now it's called the salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of what? Is it the accuser of the brother or brethren? So when he picks on Mordecai, you think it is Mordecai. It is hatred against every Jew. But how the deception works is that they will have to pick 1 or 2 leaders and discredit them. Then when it succeeds, they now say that is generalized. That's how all of them are. Then they use that to now get government to come up with policies against them. This trick of the dragon has been going on for too long. And the believers, what shocks me is the deception of the world and how gullible believers also fall for it. The accuser of the brethren, not just the brother. The accuser of the brethren, not just that pastor. That you help to destroy. You are hoping that the members that will leave will come to your church. You help to destroy him. Because you think it's just him. Oh, there are hardships. There are hardships. There are some troubling times ahead though. This year, for example, has economic hardship. And you need to become prudent in financial management. This is not a year of wastage. This is not a year of anything that is not relevant. Don't go buying nonsense. Don't go doing unnecessary party. Don't go doing any stupid stuff. Conserve wealth. This is beyond giving now. You need financial prudence. Then you need to know how to secure wealth. I just mentioned, there are some, the dragon is vomiting storms now again. There are some trying times, but God has counter strategies. So you see now, if you don't teach people faith, the mountain will look stronger than God. But it's the same force of faith that drowns the storm. It's the same force of faith that moves the mountain. It's the same force of faith that stops the devil and whatever he tries. But if you don't teach them, did you see what the one we reviewed yesterday? The people who say, go and surrender. Stop all this, whatever. They even told the leaders, you are our problem. Surrender to the enemy. The wife told Job, curse God and die. The enemy now mounts siege on God's people, and when the siege gets tough, they start fighting each other. They break up their alliances and division, and they will use their own man to finish themselves. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Go down to where he says, he that letteth will let. The mystery of lawlessness is already at work. Yes, look at it, verse 7. The mystery of iniquity is already at work. But there is something stopping it from taking over. As at the time they wrote it, you can imagine that they've started developing the plan. Now, the thing is full blown. It's 9 months pregnancy. It's delivery that we're waiting for. The Antichrist is alive now on earth. It's not somewhere. It's alive. It's how to get him in throne that is the issue. The mystery of iniquity is already at work. You can read the whole chapter and see. It's talking about the rise of the Antichrist and the new morality. This new morality is perversion. That will be the order of the day. The mystery of iniquity is already at work. Only he that now letteth will let until he's taken out of the... So there is something stopping it until that thing is removed. And that's the church. And that's what they've declared it their enemy. They have to decimate the church. So the way you do it is pick a few leaders and come out with something, a scandal, disgrace them. If you disgrace them, at that time the rest of the church will join you and clap, thinking then you will now say this is how they are. I want you to see how Satan works. What is going on in the story you're about to review is Mordecai is the one. He comes, everybody is bowing to him. Mordecai doesn't bow. He's angry. He wants to destroy him. But he now frames a narrative around it about all Jews. They say, people in your kingdom, their customs are contrary to our customs. As long as they exist, we're not going to be able to implement what we want to do, which is the Greek customs and all those, the ideology. They are the problem. They worship one another, what we don't know, and just be creating problem. Those people are dangerous people. They need to be eliminated all over the world. And that's how the global persecution will start against the church. What makes me sad is that you see believers, they carry stone and kill their own brother. And the people throwing the stone also have sin. The only thing is that their own is not. They have. Jesus said, if you are without sin, cast the first stone. If you know you are the one without sin, oh yeah. You were saved by your righteousness, not by his blood anymore. You were saved by your own righteousness, not by grace. Oh yeah. Some of the ones throwing the stone are worse. Now, here is the second strategy Satan deploys to bring global deception. In his attack against Christ, against men and women of God, in his attack against the church, he sponsors his own agents to go and join and rise as ministers. Yeah. Then they would display his own version of morality. You see them creating all kinds of perversion and atrocities. He is aware. He will back them, give them platform, push them. When they are big enough, he will come because he has all the information. They are the ones that will sponsor the whole thing. These people will come, prophet this. He will be climbing on top of women. Apostle this. He will be giving people petrol to drink. People will be wondering, what kind of Christianity is? Then they will sponsor another one, prophet this. He will sleep with people's wife, rape people, do all sorts of things. Then they will sponsor another one. After they have attacked all the core moral values of the church and they have gained enough influence, the same kingdom of darkness will bring it. When he brings it, he said, can you people see? This thing is fake. See what they are doing. All of them are like that. You want me to show it to you in the Bible? Type in, many will follow their pernicious ways, by whom the way of truth will be evil spoken of. That's how you discredit truth. Put it up, you will see it. It's New Testament. Paul was writing. Go to verse 1. In 2 Peter chapter 2 from verse 1. Watch. There shall be false, this last day, there shall be false prophets among the people, even as there shall be false teachers. You see the two? Among you. Why will he be among us? Who is sponsoring it? The same dragon. Who privately shall bring in damnable heresy, teaching crazy heresies. That's false doctrine. And it's not just heresies, but practices. Even denying the Lord that bought them, some will go to that extreme. There are some people now attacking the blood, attacking Holy Spirit, making mockery of everything, making mockery of ministers, making mockery of everything. When he finishes, they will expose him. Then he crashes. Then, what is it? They will put the whole blame on the church. That's what they do. Even denying the Lord that bought them, bringing upon themselves sweet destruction. Watch verse 2. Verse 2. Many will follow their pernicious. So what do you use them to do? To encourage more people to start doing that. More believers will say, You get some who go to native doctor to get more people to start. That's the way to. You get some who do rituals. You get some who sleep with people's wives. You get some who, all sorts of value, all those core values of Christianity is under attack. Many will follow their pernicious ways by reason of whom, I want you to see the end goal. By reason of whom the way of truth shall be what? Evils. You change global perception about the truth to destroy. And then when you take, because he that letteth will let. Maybe you don't know what I mean. The only thing standing in the way of them in bringing out the Antichrist is the church. By the reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. Okay, give me NIV, please. Go back to verse 1. But there shall also be false prophets among the people, just as there will be false teachers among you. He's talking to, is this not the church? They will secretly introduce destructive heresies, that teachings, even denying the sovereign Lord that bought them, bringing swift destruction on them. Finally, they will be judged. But it's what they have done to other people that's the issue. Now, verse 2. Many will follow their depraved conduct. Are you seeing what it is? And will bring the way of truth into what? Disrepute. This is deception at its highest order. You are, and these are not the people he's after. He's after the church. He's after Christ. He wants to convince the world that it's fake. Christianity is fake. Nobody should follow it. Add verse 3. In their greed, these teachers will exploit you with fabricated stories. Their condemnation has long been hanging over them, and their destruction. God will judge them later. Yes, I know they will go to hell, but they have delivered their assignment to Satan. Because millions are going to be confused, millions are going to be deceived, millions are going to. And then when they crash, a lot of people will say, you see what I'm saying? I'm not religious. I hate all this church thing. I don't want anything to do with Christ. Everybody you see preaching is not on our side. There are infiltration. But they have to brand as fast so that when they finish, the ministry can be blamed for it. They are sponsored by hell, sent in. Instead of going to do native doctor or do maringo, they brand as prophets and wreak all types of havoc to discredit Christ, to discredit men of God, and to discredit the church, Christianity. You are the one that the dragon is after. It's not Mordecai. When you see him coming after Mordecai, declare fast like Esther and start crying out. Because it is through the power of faith we overcome him. Through the power of the cross, the blood of Jesus, we overcome him. And then the last one is we will not love her. They love not their life until they. Even if you are ready to kill me, I'm not bowing. Once you generalize it and we accept it, what happens? All the faith you have collapses. This is just nonsense. Then what is the alternative when you let go of Jesus? I want to ask you, what is the alternative when you let go of genuine men of God? Who are you going to embrace? Then what is the alternative when you let go of the church? What are you going to embrace? In this world, you have to believe in something. So if you look at the two strategies, you understand what is going on in the world. Because a lot is going to come out this year. A lot. A lot. We were informed last year and I warned in Enugu. And it's not just this year.